What's up, guys? It's Jughead here, just a down-to-earth guy trying to bring you some down-to-earth content. Welcome to our first Patreon exclusive Let's Watch series. Today, we are going to be beginning YuYu Hakusho. Our journey is taking us through another one of Togashi's works. We're watching Hunter x Hunter on YouTube. You know how deep into the story we are there in our discussions, how much I revere Togashi as a genius. I want to experience and journey through another one of his older works, the predecessor to Hunter x Hunter, YuYu Hakusho. I have a lot going on in my life right now, so I don't know when this first marathon will actually drop on Patreon, so of course I apologize in advance. I'm trying to give you content to make up for everything. I'm going to be really trying to pump that out. I think I might even be focusing on Patreon more than YouTube just for a little while so I can give you guys some content, but I'm happy you're here if you are now. I'm going to be trying my best to focus more on Patreon, like I said, so when I come back in full swing, I want to do right by those of you supporting me at this tier, and that means adding more series to Patreon and dedicating a little more time here and getting back to YouTube uploads once I feel I've done well by your support, or at least I reach a balance. Also, you may have noticed, I hope you have, because of the money and time I put in to upgrading this, that it was worth it in the end. Here on Patreon, you are also going to be the first ones to witness my new camera setup. Gone are the old webcamish days. I have my Sony a7S II hooked up and rolling. Now, I wanted to use this exclusive Patreon series sort of as a test footage, a test ground for this, and have you as my test audience. I'm still trying to dial everything in, I have everything on the camera set to manual mode so I can have full control over all the settings. Photography is one of my hobbies, if you follow me on Instagram to see, so I know my way around cameras a decent amount. Maybe some of you do too. I really like the aesthetic of, focal depth, a blurred foreground and background, which I couldn't achieve before, and now I can. So I've been trying to choose the correct f-stop to achieve that, which, also affects how much light enters the lens. So I need studio lights. I have my monitor shining light on my face, so I have to take that into account. I have my lamps and wall lights behind me that I get the color and add some nice color in the background. Got my studio lights on tripods around me to get some fill light on my face. So that again also affects how I set my ISO and then my white balance. So what I'm looking at right now in front of me is what I'm recording right now straight out of camera, which looks pretty flat and dull to me because of the picture profile I created, because it lets me more easily color grade and edit the footage later. I don't know if I want to deal with that anymore, because I can create a pretty nice color profile, picture profile in camera that gets a decent amount of saturation and shadows and black levels. I still got a lot of tweaking and adjusting to do before it's as close to perfect as can be for me, or as happy as I can be. So let me know how it looks however you watch my videos on your phone or tablet or computer or TV. It's going to look different other ways. And then I have the camera going to my OBS, trying to get it smooth, trying to get the flickering away from my LED lights, because LED lights operate at a different hertz frequency than I have my shutter speed and my frames per second on OBS and my camera, shit like that. I'm recording at 4K, but then downscaling it to 1080 in my OBS. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you guys are my test audience before YouTube will see a more finished project, I guess. But enough of the technicalities. Let's get into YuYu Hakusho. Again, Patreon exclusive for the VIPs and above. On Patreon, think of these as more like Let's Watch marathons. This is where we're going to be binging like 5 episodes, one after another, just back to back, as opposed to 1 or 2 episodes of video over on YouTube. We still have our long discussions after the episodes, but we're going to be covering more ground. the atmosphere is even more relaxed and down to earth. Here, it's more so just like a bunch of friends sitting on the couch together, binging a show we want to watch together. So it's just you guys are the ones who have seen it before. I'm the guy sitting in the middle of the couch, not seeing it before, watching it for the first time. And you guys are kind of glancing over to see if I'm paying attention, see if I'm getting everything, and, you know, enjoying the experience of watching it again with somebody watching it for the first time. So today we begin our Yu Hakusho binge marathon. I know next to nothing of this story, like I do with everything. Aside from what I've read in my YouTube comments, for example, the only thing about Yu Hakusho I knew was the fact Neon Nostrada's keychain had a character from the show on it. But you can see my notebook. Whoop! You can see it beside me. And that's where I'll be writing down and keeping track of names and the most general info I need to absorb and remember in real time. I'm especially awful at remembering names. So that's most important. And then things like the power system, if there is one, factions or groups that our characters are going to be in, abilities, if people have any, and just the backstory and lore. You know what I'm talking about. The things that you really need to just memorize early on so you don't have to have your brain focusing on it, and you can instead focus on dialogue and character depth and characterization and more nuanced stuff. I'm not forgetful over any of the basics, and I can be confident in my thoughts. So with all of that out of the way, I know this is like a 7-minute, 8-minute intro. We are finished. Let's move on to Yu Hakusho episode 1. I don't even know the title of the episode because I don't want to risk it being like One Piece, where the whole title of the episode spoils all 20 minutes of everything. Character dies, this happens, we find this treasure, he gets this power. I don't need that. So we're going in completely blind. I will see you in a few seconds. So, Yu Yu Hakusho episode 1, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's watch. Do I have everything right? Okay. I have to also make sure because I've also upgraded. I forgot. I also upgraded my audio interface. I had a basic PreSonus AudioBox 96. I upgraded it to a PreSonus Revelator IO24, which is a audio interface mixer in one, which has really benefited on sound quality and ease, but setting it up is super complicated. I'm sorry I'm talking over the intro. I can hear it blasting in my ears. Don't worry, I'm jamming in the back of my mind while I'm speaking in the front of my mind. But that's also complicated too, so I'm really hoping the audio is not dog shit. I'm really hoping I sound okay. I really hope that the audio for the show is working. I'm not liking the mix I have in my earphones of the sound mix between I can hear my voice and I can hear the show. I need to fix the mix on that so I hear less of myself and more of the show. Hello, hello. Okay, let's make that. Okay, we are good. Now we can focus. I have been focusing. That's a jam. I love late 80s, early 90s intros, OPs, like Trigun, Dragon Ball. I don't know, it's just such a vibe. Got to get hit by a car. That's our main character. I know him. I literally don't even know his name. I just recognized the green clothes and the face. He got hit by the car. Is he dead? He is dead. Urameshi. I'm gonna call him Yusuke. He was supposed to be the hero, but he died. I love that line. He was supposed to be the hero of this story, but he died. So, it's not really the same, but is Bleach influenced by Yu Hakusho? Because it kind of goes through the same thing. Being a hero in the afterlife. Protecting the living, in a way. Sorry I keep looking at the camera too, because I'm trying to make sure that my head's in frame for the camera. Because, you know, I put the show here. Right through him. Also, the animation, this hand animation, is very impressive with something like that too. To make it look that, like, knowing that this is not CGI or computer generated graphics, and this is just hand animated, flipping pages to get it right, and certain animation is just so much more impressive when you see it like that. They don't even know he's dead yet. Oh, Keiko. Wait, did I miss something? Did this go back in time? I'm an idiot. I need to go back. Oh. Never mind. This is not before. This was a flashback. He went to school today. But he skips class and stuff. And he's not in good standing with the guidance counselors and stuff. Well, don't matter now because you're dead. Takanaka. I don't know if he's going to be relevant, but I'll write his name down anyway. Oh, so you're a pervert too. Nice. We always gotta have one. Oh, well, you got your wish. Because he does die. So they have a history. Long-time relationship. Eh? Oh, okay, yeah. What's the male version of tsundere? Isn't tsundere usually for girls? So what is there a... Is it the same for male characters? Or a different word? And would he be classified as that? Sorry, I got construction outside. So he's described that he is technically the protag and the hero, but from what I'm getting, he's not really a hero. Where he's not like a stand-up, like the most stand-up kid. Not like a Gon or I don't know what how else. Or do people just see him? Is he just unfortunate in that everybody perceives him differently than how he is, like right now? So nobody perceives him as a good kid or a hero, but he ends up saving that kid. So ultimately he is. He really comfortable talking back to his superiors. Hello. Sup? I have a lot to say. Something about that 90s animation, man. They really know how to draw pretty, is what I'm trying to say. He was in the intro. Kuwabara. Kuwabara. And the number one at school. But they go to a different school because they have different uniforms on. So it's almost like Mob Psycho 2. So people think he's a bully, but he actually fights against bullies. Is maybe the idea I'm getting. But they have black uniforms on, so who the hell are they? Damn. Talk about a losing streak. I love the 90s animation where anytime you get hurt, they just draw a big-ass bump on you. A big red swell. There, this is where we prove that ultimately he is a good person. Because he saves a child. He's not very nuanced with his words, but he has good intentions. He means well. You can definitely get Takashi's personality and like sense of humor that's shared in Hunter x Hunter 2 here. Like just simple natural characterization, just very subtle, very natural in just everyday life. You get that it kind of reminds me of how Togashi characterizes Leorio and Hunter x Hunter. Oh, so you're trying to impress a girl in your sports car. That's a nice shot. That's a sick shot. That's gonna be my thumbnail or something. I'm screenshotting that and using that for something. Now you're going to jail because you killed a kid. You're a ghost. Uh-oh, we got another ghost. Sup, ma? Hello. My name's Yusuke. What's up? Okay, so we got two more characters, redhead and the black-haired guy, and the baby-looking guy to be introduced to. I'm your guide across River Sansu, Botan. Botan. But you call it, so she's like a Shinigami, or what is it called in Bleach? Yeah, Shinigami, right? Something. But it's the same idea. So I was asking if there's connections or inspirations between this and Bleach. But in the West, it's like a Grim Reaper, and we think very black coat, scythe, skeleton, but in Japanese culture, it's more of a guiding spirit. Personality, crude, violent, short-tempered. So like a Leorio. There we go. I have no regrets in this world. Undergo a trial. Be returned to life. What is she writing? Your death was unexpected as far as the Reikai or spirit realm goes. Hold on, let me go back. Sometimes subtitles go too fast. Who could have possibly known that you would lay down your life to save a child? Yeah, especially with the personality as it's written, would not have expected him to do that. Wasn't going to say anything because the shock it would be for you. Okay, but... So everything's predetermined. Predestination. So the kid was supposed to get hit by that car, but nothing would have happened to him anyways. But he intervened. Nice. So you get a second chance. I find nothing good would come to... Oh, damn. Damn. Pause. That's interesting too. Tagashi knows how to explore complicated ideas, themes, concepts, thoughts that we even have in our head. And then he makes it so lighthearted, and it's so, it takes you aback. And it's weird. Hunter x Hunter is so dark and gloomy, hidden over this, we're following young kids. And then this is a dark concept, but then so bright too. I don't know. Tagashi just explores things so uniquely or so contrastingly. Yeah, let's see you go away. And then you let us rest on it. You're asking us too many questions too soon. You want her back. You want her to come back. Trust me. So he's upset people aren't crying, but then doesn't want people to cry for him at the same time. And then his rival goes to his own wake. Two people want him back for different reasons. For different reasons, for pride and for love, they miss him for two very different reasons. But they still miss him, ultimately. Now do you want to come back to life? You need to come back and clear your name. Is that the principal? Or the Takanaka, yeah. What's he gonna say? Damn. He believed he had something to amount for, knowing that he had that within him. Even the little kid shows up. God damn, this is already heavy. When the little kid don't even fully understand. Obviously, Big Brother is a mistranslation. I forget what the Japanese word is it for, but it's like Big Brother as in superior or someone you look up to. Not literally Big Brother. He brought value to people's lives. Laughs, love, competition. It only happens once in 100 years, right? Is that what she said? So, pretty rare opportunity. Something about a girl in blue hair and pink robes. The other world. We're going up to heaven, y'all. Well, we're about to find out, because you know what? This isn't a regular Let's Watch series. This is a Let's Watch fucking marathon. And we're watching 5 fucking episodes. 155 is where we are at, if you're watching with me. We are going to the other world. So they're in the Reikai right now, which is Spirit Realm, but they're going into the other world. Yama-sama. Yama. So he's a god, because that's what Sama means. So his name is Yama, but he's considered a god, so he's Sama. Sansu River. That's her job, to take him across the river Sansu, like she said. That's the Judgment Gate. So like the St. Peter's Gate. It ain't really lined up with people. Not a whole lot of deaths. Or what? Why does it gotta be so sidious and daunting, and couldn't have made it a little more welcoming? Yeah, is this gonna be like a Heraclean trials? Where like Heracles with his trials he had to complete? I can squeeze his balls. Nothing important, we're just talking about squeezing some balls. Don't worry about it. Is he gonna be the little midget guy? Who the hell? Yeah, is this like the New York Stock Exchange? What is this? So he's the tiny guy. Don't be disrespectful. Upsa daisy. Bow to Sama. You're making a mistake. Or Koenma. What did that say exactly? Sorry, why am I going to say sorry? I am pausing and rewinding if I want to. I am Yama the Great, Jr. Okay. Okay, what is it? An egg. Reikaiju, or a spirit realm beast. It's like a Pokemon. Can become either a devil or an angel, depending on you. If your heart radiates evil power, it will become a demon. Ew. So kind of like Jujutsu Kaisen too. The energy that you emanate attracts evil spirits, curses. Yeah, you can't have your body burning. Oh yeah, what about your body just decomposing? Talk to Keiko. Either talk to Keiko or talk to your mom. Fascinating. Of all the motherfuckers who had to die by getting hit by a car, it had to be my kid. Dr. Keiko. There we go. See, I'm remembering names a little bit. I am peeking down at my notes. So it is cheating, but now get in her dreams. She's having a bad dream, but she's crying. I really love the music. The background soundtrack. Just straight up, don't even try to nuance it or come off a little more gentle. Just, I'm a spirit. I'm gonna come back to life, even if you don't believe it. Don't burn my body, god damn it. It worked. Is that the mom's name? Atsuko? Atsuko? Atsuko. I don't know how to tell you this, but yes. Oh, come on. You need to perform a miracle, like when people think Mary's face appears in a slice of toast or something. I think a big thing why I like female characters so much in these old shows too is because of the hand-drawn animation. I think especially so much personality, so much life comes out from the longer hair, and seeing how they animated hair back then, like when she woke up from her dream and ran her hand through her hair and how naturally and beautifully it flowed, and knowing somebody hand animated that with such fidelity is just gorgeous. Like the animation is beautiful, so it makes the character beautiful. Spiritual sensitivity. No, it's your rival and a pretty girl. Possessed. Now, what does possession do? Oh, okay. Do they know that they're possessed? No other chances. Just gonna squeeze in right here. It'll be fascinating if the person possessed knows that they're possessed and can know the Yusuke's thoughts, and if Yusuke can know Kuwabara's thoughts. Kind of bring them closer in a way. Ooh. Yeah, don't be making jokes. You gotta realize people think you're dead. Good job, dumbass. I can't even tell if my camera's fully in focus. So if I get too close, it goes out of focus. How far do I have to get before it goes out of focus again? I'm possessed, god damn it. Get out of my way. Why, you little son of a bitch. Why do you have so many enemies, damn it? Now Kuwabara is gonna have a nice reputation. Everybody's gonna fear him. Develop a little bit of a win streak. Now talk to them nicely. Because you look like a predator. You wasted 50 minutes? Come on. Now's your chance. Damn, just brushed right by. Didn't even pay no mind to the beat up face. You gotta say something that only you two would ever know. Something that only you two would know. No other human could possibly know. That only Yusuke would know. Oh! A different type of pervert. Cry later. We gotta talk. It's amazing. In 2 episodes, how heartfelt Tagashi can make this show feel. And the depth to characters he can already present. Like how you can already feel such feelings. That's what's so impressive with Tagashi. So he's in a coma of sorts. Don't have that thing coming evil. But you fought bad guys, not good people. Well, my power went out and it was late at night, so I decided to just give up and do it the next day, which is here. So you can see the wardrobe change, which I think is appropriate with the repping Tagashi a bit. But we're watching YuYu Hakusho. We are continuing episode 3 seamlessly. I'm starting at 155. Just skip the intro for anybody that actually watches in full with me. In 3, 2, 1, let's continue this. I got my notebook. Even though I beat up all those people yesterday, but we don't know if that's good heart or bad heart. That could be true. Anything to show your morality and compassion and empathy. Uh-oh. Yo. Hey, Kuwabara? I'm starting to like him. Gonna corner and attack a girl? That's no way to be a man. I assume they recognize each other from last episode. Even though he was possessed the whole time. He's a real one. With all the fighting Yusuke did for him when he was possessed, now he's doing this. His reputation's about to skyrocket. As a good man and as a great fighter. And Yusuke's gonna like him for this. I am not going to remember any of these school names. I hope that's not important. True. That zero tolerance policy. I wouldn't feel any remorse either. I just realized this guy's teeth. Take the fall for everyone. Yes? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Take the fall for everyone. Ooh, that's gonna be hard. No. I will agree. Respect. Big time respect. What? Jesus. They don't care about the kids at all. Hey, you know what? This kid dead and this guy on the way out. Jesus. Can never trust a man in a suit. Everybody has a backstory. Everybody has a life that they live. I'll love if that's like a overarching theme or message in this show is everybody has a life behind them, their own unique experiences in life's troubles, tribulations that they go through. Guy's gonna be stalking him for the next week. He ran away. So right when his reputation was soaring with the fights he won and everything, but now he has to run, which is going to ruin that reputation. Does he go with his pride? Or do you got to possess him again? Wow. Wow. Beat me up and then leave me alone. Technically, he's just going to be losing more fights, but he's a man of his word. And cares about his friends. And he has to endure this for the next week. And now, technically, you're the sensei that's watching one of your students, kids, get beat the fuck up, and you're not doing anything about it. I'm still here. I'm fixing my lights. I look a little dark on camera. This asshole. What the? That's some BS. Doesn't have anything to do with the fighting or anything. Now he has to also study his ass off. Yeah, let's try a little bit harder. And you probably failed. What did you get? A fucking 25 or something, probably. Ah. But he's gonna try really hard. Yes. When you put your mind to it, you get it done. Someone's driving like a moron outside. So I'm confused. Does Kuwabara have to get all 50, or is it like a cumulative thing? And is this going to bleed over to Yusuke's life, where he's going to try harder for others? Start studying, not fight as much. I take it he's a man who also keeps his word and stuff. But... And really, at the end of the day, this just makes those guys just even bigger losers. Like, what do you get out of just beating some kid senseless who's just standing there? Yusuke trained him well. Someone's got a crush. I like him. He is like a Leorio. I would actually be curious if Leorio is inspired or somehow influenced by Kuwabara. If Togashi likes to have these types of characters in his stories. If they're a go-to character for him to write and create. Nice. He may be dead, technically, but acting as a friend in his dreams. I like that. That's very heartfelt. Leave the man alone, damn it. Can he possess one of them, please? Possess one of them, please. Some disturbing presence. Oh, can't just go into people's bodies. Oh, I wasn't aware. That's on me. Not understanding. Oh, she about to kick some ass. She's about to go bad bitch mode. Let's do this. They're not gonna hit a girl. Make me want to puke. And their morale is going to dip to the negatives. They just got their ass kicked by some little teenage girl. And everybody saw her. Now she's a hero. And these guys are losers. Yes. Ooh, bonus points. Made a man's promise. If anything, this is helping him become a better person. It's completely backfiring. You fucking dick. Yeah, let's bring that guy in. Who is he? Takanaka or something? We gotta have the principal or counselor or whoever he is, Takanaka, come in and save the day. You gotta notice those eraser marks. Don't fight him. Is he gonna possess him and mess him up? Whoa. Oh, it's like a sensory urge, not him physically holding him. Because he said he has a sensitivity to spirits. This guy needs to get fired. Nah, you gotta fire his ass. Something like that. Always come through for your friends. It was all him himself. So words can't get across, but feelings can. Nice. This episode kicked ass. This was an amazing episode. Episode 4, again, we skipped the intro and skipped the title so I don't get spoiled and everything. So again, starting at 157 in 3, 2, 1, let's watch. There's with his Reikaiju. That's bad energy you're putting into that egg. Private investigator tailing you, checking on you. I'm guessing that's the person. Huh. Why do you need such a ominous entrance? Okay. Sayaka. Investigator. I spelled that so bad. I got stuck growing up with her. Yeah, he just follows her everywhere she goes. No big deal. That just friends. Yeah, they can probably tell, read minds, or sense it, or... Oh. Nice. English class. Damn, star volleyball player. Oh, not cool. Nah, you ain't a real one. Nah, not cool. That I don't agree with. You share your homework. All schools care about is the grade you get. You're just a number. You cheat your way through school. Who's this guy? Yusuke's about to get jealous. Hey, he's forward. I dig it. Okay, that's weird to say. Yusuke? Eh? Eh? His heart's been crushed. There's nothing like a guy being surrounded by all these girls that are so invested in the love story. Just pushing questions, pushing stories, pushing narratives. Damn, the mom ain't doing so well. Oh, actually, she's doing fine, I guess. Going on a hot date. Going to the casino or something? He's covered in trash. What the hell? Uh-oh. Damn. You desecrated that body. You disrespected it. So he's technically in a coma. He's not dead because his heart's beating, but he's just in a coma of sorts. They're all fascinated. What's she gonna do next? Could cut the tension with a knife. Oh! 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 Fist in the mouth. Oh! God damn you, you ruined it. Hey, you can't fight your feelings. It'll just come back up again. And leaving him covered in trash. Are they about to burn the fucking house? What kind of arsonists are these? Fucking pyromaniacs. What the hell? What kind of city they living in? They saved his body from getting burned, only for his body to get burned. I mean, garbage or not, the house was going to be catching fire off a Molotov cocktail. Yeah, your new boy Kuwabara. You're about to have a smoky flavor off of him. He's literally in a grill, just hickory smoked. flip him over. He's done on that side. You left at the worst possible time. Now, if only you kissed him and stayed a little longer. Well, save his body so you can. So he comes back and you can. Sense the damn spirit. Right, like the wind bullseye. And everybody else is just standing there, doing nothing. Okay, okay, they're actually doing something. Not a bad idea. That was actually kind of smart. Kind of futile. But still. Kuwabara is going to have to rescue the both of them. He doesn't care if she dies. Oh, he just said it. He just let it go. The feelings he has for her. Are you gonna douse yourself too? Oh, okay, there's no way. Come on. He's actually on fire right now. There's literally no way. Hey, adrenaline is a hell of a drug. The things you can do on that adrenaline boost. Nope. This is all down to fate. Oh, is it like a power supply? Uh-oh. You don't know what'll happen. So don't use all of the energy. Use a little bit. And then start putting energy into it again. Worth it. Whoa. Dragon. With blue flames. Wow. Now, let's not just stand here. Let's make our way. Where's Kuwabara in all this? Or has this all just been happening in a split second? Now, stop using the energy. Let's cancel it. Shut it off so we don't deplete all of it. Because Kuwabara is here to save the day. I guess the investigation's over. A fucking body. Oh, I forgot. None of them except Atsuko and Keiko knew that they kept the body. I forgot. He had no idea. Oh, he's jealous. I love the music, man. Music is amazing. Hits right at the exact perfect time. I was gonna wonder, if he returned to life so fast, where does the show go from there? So I imagine it's gonna operate as he's the one in the spirit realm, but his allies and friends are in the living world. Yeah, you shitty ass mom, what the hell? Well, that ain't happened, I guess. You're gonna have to go into their dreams and tell them the truth. Yeah, but that should be such good positive energy that went into the ball that should have been such good positivity. Yeah, see? Such an ultimate sacrifice like that has to be the ultimate good energy. There. Yes! If at that time you had not thrown the egg into the fire and looked on as Keiko died, a monster would have been born and you would have been devoured. Ah, see? Yep. Would have been such bad energy. And so, in addition to returning to life, I shall ascertain what qualities you have. Is he gonna have ability? Ooh, what if he... Wait, whoa. Hold on, let's go back. What does that mean? Which means Yusuke will be... Oh, I thought they were saying he's gonna be God now? No. So will he gain certain abilities? Will he be able to go in between worlds, or... Now, next episode, we get to see him enter his body. Episode 5, all culminating into Yusuke coming back to life. This is going to be the final episode of today's marathon binge. I think it'll be a perfect episode to leave off on because now he's resurrecting. We watched the first episode. He's going to resurrect. But obviously, we're going to get into more trials, tribulations afterwards. But that'll be on for the next binge session. So without further ado, in 3, 2, 1, let's watch. He's a busy baby. So is it pronounced Koenma? Of course we do. It can never be that easy. There's these things called wavelengths within your spirit and body, okay? Unless these wavelengths match precisely, I can't return you. Okay. Oh, okay. Why? In your case, the wavelengths have a period far longer than regular humans, you see. Okay. If you miss tomorrow, the next time... Oh, okay. What's that middle line? I forget. The amplitude is the top and bottom. Forget. Huh? Oh. Ah! I'm opening the pathway so that the power from the spirit realm can be conferred. You will have a golden glow in the morning. Now you have to deliver the 3 people who ardently desire... Okay, so they have to, like, channel their energy too. Just one of these... Okay, and act on it. Okay. Well, she's fucking useless. So forget her. Fucking useless ass mom. Is there a point to her? Is there a theme or a symbol or metaphor I'm missing out here? Because she just seems like an alcoholic, pointless ass mom. Cool bar at this point, bruh. He does ardently want him to return to life. To fight him again. So that is a qualifying person. But it should be Keiko-chan. And now you have to say, hey, you wanted to kiss me before, but the stupid fire guy interrupted our moment. But now you got to go through with it. You got to act on your emotions. And you got to do it this time. Ah, yes, I learned this in 5th grade too. Oh, God.
日ぐっすり休めば心配いりませんよ。
どうもお世話かけまして。稽古、もう心配ねえそうだ。今日は引き上げるとしようぜ。
Oh God, no. You have to kiss the boy.
おふくろがぶっ倒れた時に他のことを考えてられるほどあいつは器用じゃねえよ。おい、とっくに霊界の力は行き渡ってるぞ。あとは生命エネルギーだけなんだが。
I remember playing a game like this. You're gonna have to kiss your rival on the lips. There's nothing wrong about that. Let's not be weird. You're gonna have to do it. Got another chill. You gotta slap him around. That's a little off-putting. Why? What choice? Why? What was the creative decision making around that? But, okay. What brilliant idea does she have? Gotta possess your mom and tell your daughter. Kiss him. Listen to your mother. Huh? Go, go, go. Oh, the world's slowest elevator. Door's gonna be locked or something. Kick that motherfucker down. Use that adrenaline strength. Use to carry him out of a burning building. No, rush. There's no time to hesitate. Kiss him. Kiss him. Go! Don't even think about it. Hey! Woo! Please don't tell me. Oh, there he is. Took him a while to, kickstart. I love those sketch animations. Like those freeze frames. I always love those.
何を言っとるボタン。これからが本当の試練になるのだ。
Does he have to earn the permanent spot?
空に浮いていた時とは比べ物にならんくらいにな。
He has to earn it now? Or what? Is it like having to solidify and seal?
やっぱシャバの空気はうめえぜ。かあ、生きてるっていいな。
Not gonna take his life for granted as much anymore?
ちょっと金貸してくれよ。
財布落としちまって困ってんだよな。
困ってる時はお互い様だろ。
持ってる金全部でいいからや。
俺に言ってんのかそれ。
え？
俺が見えるんだな。
おめえ以外に誰がいるんだよ。
人と触れ合い、対話することができる。いやー、生きてるって本当素晴らしい。
Just walk away.
おいこら、なめんじゃねえぞか。
やめとけって、ああいうのには関係ないんだよ。
Who the hell is that? You couldn't do that on like the open sidewalk. You have to do that in a sketchy alleyway. Is that her? She has blue hair. The voice kind of sounds the same. Put their shades on. Cool guy. I have a feeling that's her. That is, what's her name? Botan.
ここら一帯を仕切るらしいぜ。
Yusuke and Kuwabara. Duoing it up. So everybody thinks he's dead. So is he just wiped clean off the slate, start new? Or is he gonna pick up where he left off and like people are gonna know, oh, this is Yusuke? Looks like Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, so he does have like spirit-esh sight. He can see through both realms. Is he a demon? Or has bad energy to him?
そりゃ嘘だな。あいつは万引きやカツアゲの類は一切やんねえよ。バカ。
Is he possessed?
早く出しやがれ。落ち着けよクワちゃん。それより約束のものは。
まさか。
さあ出したぞ。液晶返せ。おい、俺は盗んでこいと言ったんだぞ。このレシートはどういう。
Ooh, so he is a good person. Okay. I was gonna say, let's not devolve.
バカだな。俺はお前に万引きのスリルを楽しませてやろうと思ったんだぞ。これじゃ約束が違うな。謝れよ。土下座しろよ。約束破ってすいませんでしたってな。てめえ、調子こいてんじゃねえぞ。やめろ。
He broke a promise, but that's a bad promise.
聞こえねえぞこら。すいませんでした。
桑原、そんなにしてまで永吉ってやつのために。
情けねえ。マジでやりやがったぜこいつ。こんな小さい猫一匹がそんなに大事なのかいや。
Hey, what the hell? You kidnapped a cat? These people really are evil. These toxic masculinity assholes. What's wrong with loving a kitten? You're just toxic.
結局楽しく過ごすためにはどれだけ悪になれるかが大事なんだ。最後に悪は勝つってね。
Okay.
その点、前の万博の恨めしってやつはすげえ悪党で、俺たちも手こずってたんだがな。ああ、ガキ助けようとして死んじまったぜ。
Everybody, they thought he was evil, considered him
死
evil.
んだやつなんてどうでもいいよ。それより外出て面白いことしようぜ。こんなとこ来て何する気だ。俺なら何でもする。駅長返せ。じゃ、最後の命令だ。そいつらを殴れ。
Beat your own friends?
から俺のことすんげえ嫌な目で睨むんだよな。俺がいいと言うまで殴れ。さあ、始めろ。それは絶対できねえ。ほう。おい。
They're gonna... Tagashi's a dark guy, huh?
川原さん、殴ってください。駅地無事に取り戻したら万倍にして返しましょう。俺たちは構わないっすよ。できるわけねえだろ。
Tagashi, don't hold back. We'll kill your cat. That's what you get.
何しやがる。誰だってめえは。
I'm Urameshi Yusuke. They're all gonna think he's a ghost and be super afraid of him.
恨めし、てめえ死んだはずじゃ。マジで戻ってきたのか。
おう、地獄から舞い戻ってきちまったぜ。
That was a hard line. You gotta have a hard line like that. You can't just say something so. You gotta say something hard. 10 out of 10, top tier line right there. Running out on your pals, huh? You want someone else to beat up his friends, and you run out on your own. You don't even have friends. What a pussy. Is he gonna knock the demon out of him? Is he possessed? Oh, damn, what the hell? Grab him. So he does have the powers of both realms. This definitely influenced Bleach in some way. Honestly, actually, I don't know what came first. I would imagine this came first because what is this, like 1992 or something? I don't think Bleach is that old. That is definitely Botan. Oh, and let me go back. I need to write this info in my notes. Jockey. He takes hold of the evil part of a human's heart and influence. Okay. Only those with a deceased soul are susceptible to be taken advantage of by a jockey. You know, for you to have captured. But where I was, tell you what your mission. Yeah. Okay. Reikai Tante. It's Botan. Now, she's still a spirit, so nobody else can see her, right? Even though she's casting a shadow. So, assistant detective. Work as a spirit realm detective. Cool.
おい
さてこいつは私に任せて1個にでも入れて霊界に連行するよ。
おいちょっとまだ
これからも張り切って霊界探偵の使命を果たすんだよ。
So she's still a spirit.
体に戻
He can just see her.
また厄介なことになりそうだぜ
Fascinating. Now we discuss. So, let's discuss. I do have to say, I think Yu Hakusho has one of the better, or one of the best, opening episodes of an anime I've watched thus far in my anime journey. It's instantly heartfelt and humorous, immediately grabs you into this cool, entertaining premise. Like the narrator says, this was supposed to be the hero of our story, but he died. And in the first 3-5 minutes, Yusuke dies. And they don't waste time taking you along this exploration of what that means, its consequences, its opportunities, the chaos and wonder of spirituality and this adventure we'll be going on. Keiko, Kuwabara, Botan, our characters were quickly introduced to so we can establish relationships amongst one another and begin a greater depth through that. I'm sure many might complain YuYu Hakusho starts off as a slow burn because they might expect him to come back to the living much sooner, but we go on a 5-episode journey until he even re-enters his body. But it wasn't a slow burn to me, really, because in all that time in the living world grows, and the Reikai, or spirit realm, also grows in its scope. We have 2 different worlds to now explore and learn about, and in essence, we have 2 different Yusukes. We have 2 different characters. We have this 14-year-old kid who we see in the beginning always trying to put on or keep on this outer shell of a class clown or a tough guy, a punk, trying to get a laugh from the crowd, trying to provoke, or trying to keep his pride intact. When after death, he's also the one saying his own mother would be better off without him, getting in the way of her life. A 14-year-old kid said that. He's the 14-year-old kid saying nothing good would come out of his coming back to life. He had no regrets in this world, he said. And maybe that's true, and maybe that's not true, depending upon future reflection and future revelation. He's a teenager who feels alienated from the real world and everything and everyone around him. He's a kind of delinquent, but he's not a bad person. In fact, he's a good person. How he is around children, how he acts in spontaneous moments for his friends and for others makes that abundantly clear. Even Botan and the spirit realm as a whole, they never expected him to die like that. The spirit realm, just like the real world society he lived in, judged him prematurely, judged a book by its cover, judged him prematurely and purely off past behavior. And I think that's an important thing to notice. I think once we get more of this introspection, once we explore more of this characterization, because, that's what I love most, then I'll really come to love Yusuke as a character and what he represents in this story. Because right now, who I love most? Kuwabara. Right now, no doubt. There may be a rivalry, again, on the surface, just like there's many things, many traits on the surface of our characters, but go underneath the surface and you can sense the beginnings of a rivalry turned brotherhood, turned 2 guys that will have each other's back unconditionally. And we see that in the 5th episode with Yusuke fighting for Kuwabara. But like I was saying, under the surface of Kuwabara, 2 is just the definition of a stand-up individual. He keeps his promises. He cares about his friends. He puts the sake of others above his own image and his own pride. When he puts his mind to something, he gets it done. He studied his ass off for that test without cheating, and he didn't give up. And he got that score fair and square. He took those beatings for his friend. He refused to steal those items that guy possessed by the jockey told him to. Even as something as loving that little kitten of his shows his humanity and even fights and pushes against a little bit that stupid societal idea of masculinity. One of the most gut-punching emotional scenes is during the wake. That pain in Kuwabara's voice when he's close to tears. He's angry, saying, "You were supposed to be there for me." And that's why I love Kuwabara. That whole scene at the wake is incredibly powerful on its own. Amazingly written, with the soundtrack score, with the silences, and with the dialogue, with the animation. And if that doesn't hook you into the humanity and the potential of the story, I'd be questioning your own humanity. Mr. Takanaka crying, speaking to the mother who is just broken down on the floor. The little kid he saved coming to the wake as well and asking if Yusuke was just sleeping, hoping he could play with him the next day and become friends. And you just think about the complexity of a concept like death and how impossible it could be for a child to understand or comprehend what death even is, and how conversations like that happen all the time. These are the thoughts that little children have all the time, when a pet dies, when a grandparent passes away, when death is talked about or shown on TV or in movies. I was really, really young, but I do have fractured memories of my grandfather's wake. And I didn't understand any of it at the time. I just remember me and my younger cousins sitting together in this back room coloring in coloring books, obviously to keep us entertained and preoccupied away from everything that's been going on while, all the adults are sharing their condolences and talking and going through all those formalities that go through. And, while my mom is trying to stay composed while her dad is in a casket and has passed away. And, just doesn't want to have to explain or expose her, 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid, all of that. And I remember the funeral burial at the cemetery too, placing a rose on a coffin. And I don't even know if I knew what a coffin was or that was a coffin, or what the symbolism or what's to be meant by placing a rose on a coffin as it's lowered into the ground. And I didn't understand my grandfather was in the coffin, or that we were laying a body to rest. That was the first experience with death I ever had. So I had no emotion or understanding, kind of like this kid. That's the memory I had. That's what these types of stories can do. They can invoke these past experiences or past thoughts in you and bring out some emotion. But, a decade later, at 16 and in high school, when my grandmother died, who was like a second mom to me and took care of me every day when I was little, because both my parents worked 9-to-5 jobs, that was ground shaking, life altering moment, a complete emotional devastation. And my entire perspective on and spirituality when it comes to the concept of life and death and relationships shifted and changed. And I think I will come to be entirely fascinated by the show because of its exploration into these concepts and the feelings and the memories and the thoughts that it might arise in that way. On top of it being a fun adventure story with an ensemble cast of characters I immediately like and care about, which is no surprise because, hey, it's Togashi. But here's a big question that might have such an obvious answer that the question I ask is practically rhetorical. Is Bleach influenced by Yu Hakusho? Yes, there's a limit to how many completely unique and original stories can possibly be told in human history. Everything is technically influenced by something, and at some point will run out of original songs and original stories. There are only so many permutations of notes you can play, or chords you can play, or plots you can write. Everything is technically influenced by something, intentional or not, consciously, subconsciously, unconsciously. There are so many comics, novels, and manga that have been written. There's the potential for there to be multiple adventure stories just like this one. I haven't watched or read all of Bleach, but I've begun to, and I know the general premise of Bleach. And, you know, being only 5 episodes in the Yu Hakusho and a couple episodes in the Bleach, I can see clear similarities that make me wonder if Kubo found direct inspiration from Yu Hakusho for his manga Bleach that he wrote like a decade or so later. Ichigo and Yusuke are both tough guy punk teenage boys, standard for a shonen. But unlike, you know, Naruto, Goku, Gon, whatever, etc., Ichigo and Yusuke are more like anti-heroes. Both of them are beating up other punks in the opening minutes of their episodes. And then to support them, there are female supporting characters in both stories that fit this role as, you know, the girls who keep them on the straight path, keep them in line, the ones who try to keep them good and honest. You know, when I think of Keiko, I think of Rukia. You know, sure, Rukia and Botan are similar in their own obvious right, but I think Keiko is the one who knows how to handle Yusuke best. You know, his attitude and his punkish ways. Keiko's the one, you know, slap him over the back of the head when need be. And, you know, and now after episode 5 has been watched, it's apparent that Yusuke will be fighting these jockey or demons or monsters. You know, Yusuke is now a spirit detective who has to take down these jockey. Is it jockey or jockey? I forget. Jockey, I think. And probably big villains down the line. You always have to have your boss battles in a shonen. Ichigo is a soul reaper, Shinigami, who has to take down hollows. And, you know, I really want to continue watching Bleach. I find it super interesting, the inspirations and influences Kubo has maybe taken from this early Togashi work. You know, his smaller, less known property compared to how big Hunter x Hunter is by comparison. And maybe by watching the earlier work first, you know, Yu Hakusho, since it came first, that when I watch Bleach second, I'll be able to appreciate both stories more, and I'll even be able to see the inspirations and the influences, maybe even the improvements or evolutions upon the previous, and their own uniqueness of them as two separate original works. But to get back to solely just Yu Hakusho, to end it out on this overall format, since this is the very first time we're doing this type of thing, I really like the format of these Let's Watch marathons over here on Patreon. You know, covering more ground in bigger chunks, having these 5 episodes back to back to back, you know, really gets me captivated and engaged quickly in one sitting. You know, it's good when this is meant to be more of the laid back, fun watch party together with a more casual discussion, you know, covering more story than one episode at a time where I get next to no context or things to go off of, particularly in the first episode. Something as simple as the fact I don't have as many questions to ask, for example, is really nice. And I just have more of the plot and more of the nuanced to discuss and not many questions to ask. You know, I know 5 episodes makes these videos really long. It's really long for you to watch, even longer for me to edit. But I think the point is, or the benefit of it is, you can binge alongside me as much or as little as you'd like. You can always save the video to your watch later playlist to come back to later, to continue watching. You have 5 episodes to watch with me, and you can either binge it for a full 2 hours like I did alongside. If you're not doing anything and you're just chilling, or have it on your monitor a second monitor or whatever. Or, watch 2 episodes today, 3 episodes tomorrow. And I like that here on Patreon. YouTube, I still like to do the 1 to 2 to 3 episode format to keep the video length shorter, more condensed, alongside my more serious, in-depth discussions like the film essay podcast style I try to create over on YouTube. I think that format is better for YouTube, and it wouldn't work so much on Patreon. This Patreon works here, and I don't think it would work at all on YouTube. So I like that it's 2 completely different styles. Keeps things fresh. I'd also like you guys to tell me if you think 5 episodes is too long, or if here on Patreon you'd like even longer videos. Should the next binge marathon be 6 to 10 or less or more? I'll try to set that recording up soon, while I try to also get YouTube back up and running. I'm trying to focus on Patreon more because you guys pay. Even though these are only accessible through Patreon right now, I still upload these to YouTube and embed them here because Vimeo is expensive. That's the only other route I could see to take it, would be to upload them to Vimeo and embed them to Patreon. Vimeo is expensive. It's like $300+ a year for like 10 gigabytes a month or something, which my episodes end up being way more than that anyways, so I'd be limiting myself anyways. And their UI and their UX sucks. YouTube is just easier. Everybody knows the UI and the interface and how you operate on YouTube and how you navigate. And the quality of video is much better. Only thing is I still have to worry about content being blocked or content ID, even though the videos are private and only watchable by you guys. YouTube's just easier. Maybe one day in the far future, once I finish the whole series here on Patreon exclusive, maybe it'll release on my channel. I don't know. So I'd still love for all the YouTube comments and all our discussions together to be in the comment section on the YouTube video. Again, because YouTube is so much cleaner and easier, having our discussions together in the comment section over on YouTube, I like it a lot more than the comment section over in the Patreon video. But I'm just rambling at this point. I'm going to try and set up the next marathon for YuYu Hakusho episodes 6 through 10. And then the other Patreon exclusive series. And I want to focus on Patreon a bit before getting back into YouTube because you guys are supporting me financially. But having said all that, and with that said, so long, farewell, until next time, stay hydrated, have a good one.